Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blu-ray Hunter. I'm the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and we've got a fun show for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about my Boutique Tuesday, and it's going to be my Severin collection. So, just last month I got four movies from Severin and four movies from TerrorVision. TerrorVision was my first time buying anything from them, and it was I don't know, whatever time with Severin because I've already bought like six other ones from them. Now, we're gonna go into them because two of them are not Severin, they are Intervision, which is actually still Severin's company, and then one of them is a 4K. So the rest are all Blu-rays, but we're going to start with the Blu-rays and all that. So we're going to go through all of them. Here we go. Here we go. So we're starting off, we're going to go alphabetical order. And we're going to start off talking about this. And basically, I'm going to pull them off and then I'm going to show them to you. And then I'm going to read the back of them, like the special features that are on here. Because usually that's the best thing about these is you get a special feature, some kind of cool special feature for them. So here we go. So first off is Birdemic, Shock and Terror, which actually comes with a lot of uh, special features. Audio commentary with director James Nguyen. Audio commentary with stars Alan Baugh and Whitney Moore. Deleted scenes, Birdemic Experience tour featurette. James Nguyen on a movie close up. Movie Head, the James Nguyen story teaser. Birdemic Experience 2010 trailer. Teaser trailer. Theatrical trailer. And electronic press kit. So EPK. But, they got a lot of stuff in there, and this is a terrible movie. We reviewed this back in 2018, I want to say, because this is, yeah, about 2018 or so. So I do a show called Indie Film Cafe, and on Indie Film Cafe, we review some pretty shitty movies and stuff. Some good ones, some really good ones, and some in the middle, depending. But our point is we review a lot of really bad movies on purpose. Um, and some of those we enjoy, like Birdemic. You haven't seen it. Birdemic is really awful, but really fun in that awful way. Um, it has like these birds that go wow, wow. It's just so silly. Now the next one is one of the sequels. Is Birdemic 3 Sea Eagle, which I just bought. So I'll show off the ones I guess I just bought, let you know which ones I just bought. But I haven't watched this yet. Actually kind of terrified to watch it. I have to review it at some point for Indie Film Cafe. I don't know. We did part two on Patreon only. And I don't own part two, and I don't think Severin owns part two. Could be wrong. Somebody owns it. I hope they have a DVD, Blu-ray of it because I'd love to get a Blu-ray copy of this movie. Hold on. Yeah, but anyway, this comes with an introduction by director James Wen, audio commentary by James Wen, audio commentary with cast members Ryan Lord, Julia Colbert, and Alan Baugh, audio commentary with Birdemic 2, The Resurrection background actor, four-time Jeopardy champion Andy Wood, and his neighbor Tony. So there's okay, festival highlights and trailer. It's weird. I don't know why Birdemic 2 guy came on there. If he's not, I don't know if he's a part of part 3 or not. But anyway, they did commentary as well. Interesting. Um, I don't know. I've heard Red Letter Media handle this. I kind of want to see it at some point. Uh, it looks silly. Next is a movie that's not silly at all. It is The Changeling. I did review this from Blu-ray Hunter Reviews, I believe, or Horror Film Lovers. I think I'm not sure which one, but I did review this before, and I liked it a lot. It's a good ghost story. I do love a really, really terrifying ghost story. Um, and it's got George C. Scott, with Peter Medic as the Medic as the director. And Martin Scorsese claims it's one of the scariest movies ever made. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, maybe back then it was, you know, but I've seen a lot scarier since then. Audio commentary with the director, Peter Medic, and producer Joel B. Michaels, moderated by Severin Films' David Gregory. The House on Chessman Park, the haunting true story of the Changeling. So that's kind of cool. The music of the Changeling, interview with music arranger Kenneth Wamberg. Building the House of Horror, interview with art director Ruben Fried. Um, Almost sounded like Euben Fried, you know? I don't know. Ruben Fried, I've never heard of him, but awesome. The Psychotronic Tourist from The Changeling. Master of Horror, Mick Garris on The Changeling, so that's very cool. Poster and still gallery, radio spots, and TV spots and trailers. So that's pretty packed. So if you look at this, I mean, there's already a difference, A pretty bad movie, probably a worse movie, a pretty damn good one. So let's see what's next. Is it going to be a good one, or is it going to be a bad one, or is it going to be in the middle? It's Shocking Dark. Shocking Dark from Vincent Dawn. I forgot. Does it say from Bruno Mattei, who used the name Vincent Dawn, and co-writers Claudio Fragasso and Rosella Drudy, who also did Troll 2. So, this movie, I think my friend and I tried to watch it, and we just could not get into it. I might want to give it another try. It's Terminator in Venice, an interview with co-director, co-screenwriters Claudio Fragasso and Rosella Drudy. Once Upon a Time in Italy, an interview with actress Goretta, and alternate Italian titles. Yeah, I wasn't that into this, but I definitely wanna give it another try. Maybe I'll do a review of it sometime. You know, it. You know, Also you'll notice. Let me look at these. So these two are, was it black covers, and these two are yeah, blue covers. So I'm wondering if there's a thing with that, if there's a reason, like are all the black covers the better movies or something, or like, you know, um, I don't know. We'll see. So it's really funny. In alphabetical order, that went from B to S. B to C to S. So now we're still in S. We're gonna talk about Skinner, which I just did a review of on Horror Film Lovers First Time Watch Fridays. I really enjoyed this movie. I had a lot of fun. It's uh it's a really wacky What the F Friday type movie. So we're gonna be doing this for What the F Friday sometime either next season or the season after. We'll be doing this at some point because this is definitely a what the F kind of thing. I really, really enjoyed it. So it's got special features, a touch of scandal, an interview with director Ivan Nagy. Under His Skin, interview with star Ted Raimi, bargain bin VHS for a buck. Interview with screenwriter Paul Hart Wilden. Cutting Skinner, interview with editor Jeremy Caston, flaying sequence, outtakes, and extended takes, as well as a trailer. So I watched the star Ted Raimi talk. I watched the screenwriter Paul Hart Wilden talk, and I'm gonna check out the other ones too at some point. Uh, this is one thing, like, definitely the one thing about Severin is they if they don't have commentary, which I do love to hear the commentary, don't get me wrong, but if they don't have commentary, they'll have some really good interviews. Or another Think Bruno Mattei movie, Strike Commando. Just bought this recently. I I do want to get every um Bruno Mattei movie that I can. I'm not sure. Um, but this is Strike Commando. It's kind of like um it was like Rambo, it's it's Bruno Mattei's Rambo movie. So War Machine interview with screenwriter Claudio Fragasso. Did he write it with her as well? Okay. Okay, it says co co-writers Claudio Fragasso and Rosella Drudy as well. So why didn't it this is written by Vincent Dawn and Clyde Anderson, but Bruno Mattei didn't write it. Oh, writer director. Oh, did he do Shocking Dark as well? Did he co-write it? From director and co-writers. So he did not. Weird. I don't know what's going on with this because story and screenplay by Clyde Anderson. So it just has one name. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, um, All Quiet on the Philippine Front interview with co-writer Rosella Drudy. So they did a separate one this time. In production promo, as well as trailer. So that's weird. The two writers split and did two different interviews instead of one interview together. But I guess I don't know why they did that. Anywho, I want to check this out. I haven't watched it yet. I've got to check out all of Bruno Mattei's movies and maybe Bruno Mattei. If I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I am so sorry. It's probably Mattei. That sounds better in my head. Um, but Fragasso and Drudy are the ones who did The Beautiful Troll too, and everybody like I just remember the the best worst movie documentary where they were kind of sad that it was viewed as like this terrible movie when they were really trying to make something good, and yeah, it didn't really work out. And I think a lot of these, I mean, they take their names off of it, so either there was a legal reason or they just did not want people knowing that they did it. And I don't know. All right, so here's the Intervisions ones that I got. And one is very, very special to me. Actually, both are kind of special to me. So this is Intervision, which is their sub-label from Severin. And so you can see that right here. It says Intervision. Then on the back, actually has the logo for it says Severin Films underneath here. Um so Halfway House. And I was excited when I heard this movie came to uh Blu-ray because um I'd seen it years ago. I had seen it years ago. I had um interviewed the director of it, Kenneth J. Hall. Um and Kenneth and I chatted about the movie for like a good while. I don't think I'm gonna say something and we'll see how this goes, but yeah, so I haven't really heard much from him lately. But I'm hoping he makes another movie because this was really, really good. And I enjoyed it. So the special features on here are Discipline and Sacrifice. They look back at the halfway house. Cleve Hall from Monster Kid to Monster Man, archival making of. Insecto Circus, Halfway to Hell music video and trailers. I think there was supposed to be a commentary track on this, and then they ended up not putting it on. I don't know, but I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a lot of fun. We ended up reviewing it for Indie Film Cafe after it came out on Blu-ray because I think we did it on Tubi though. Um, so we like watched on Tubi and did it through I think Kate Phoenix joined us for this one. But it was a really well done like what is it? Kind of H.P. Lovecraft, kind of story, you know. Very much in that vein. Um and Cleve Hall, who passed away, he was, he's Monster Man, Cleve Hall. He did a lot of the effects for it, so a lot of the cool stuff. So there you go. Halfway House. Definitely something I wholly recommend. And I've seen it and I love it. Speaking of seeing and loving, it's the other Intervision movie that I have, and it's got a very, very, very special place in our independent film cafe hearts. It's Hey Stop Stabbing Me, which we reviewed for Indie Film Cafe back in 2017, 18, for the first season. It's like number 6, like review or something. And it was Paul, myself, and Just Jen. And if you look up at the top, right? Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. I don't know. If you can, you can, you can, you can't. So I'm gonna read it anyway. Widely funny and imaginative, almost a live act. Oh, ah, uh-oh. Why is it doing that? Stop. Ah, go away. Go. Go, go, go. What is this thing? Sorry. Giving me a thumb. Did I say thumbs up too much or something? Almost a live action cartoon. This ambitious indie will get under your skin and stay there. That's from Indie Film Cafe. Now, Paul wrote that. Paul Presenzia wrote that. And he would say stuff like almost because he does the cow thing and everything. And they left that out. But it was really cool to see that somebody, I think it was my friend Dustin, was like, did you know uh, that you guys got, you know, maybe it wasn't him. Somebody sent us a message saying, "Did you know that Indie Film Cafe was on the Hey Stop Stabbing Me thing?" And I was like, "No." And I was like, "Now I need to buy it." Holy crap. It's really funny because I'm friends with the guys who did it, who made it. And so they weren't the ones who chose that. So it was hilarious that Severin did that. And yet, um that was awesome. Um the out of print SOV Classic is back with 9 hours of new special features. So let's go through it. Let's go through it. It's a pretty big one too. Introduction by director, co-writer Josh Miller and co-writer actor Pat Casey. Um, that's did Josh? Oh yeah, okay. I guess Josh. Yeah, Josh wrote it, and I think Patrick produced it and starred. He's the star of it. Audio commentary director, co-writer Josh Miller, co-writer actor Pat Casey, and actor Andy Chris. Still stabbing after all these years. Cast and crew reunion. The state of stabbing Mike, the unmaking of the state of being Mike, and the making of Hey Stop Stabbing Me. Alternate endings, and the movie Sledgehammer at Dawn with filmmaker intro and audio commentaries. Magma Head with filmmaker intro and audio commentary. That's a short film. I think we reviewed that for Short Film Saturday. Big Hit Little Fish, Free Chair, and Special Studies Film 2 and trailers. Magma Head and Special Studies Film 2 were on the DVD when I used to have the DVD of it. Those were there uh as well as the State of Stabbing Mike, which I think is a great documentary for a low budget, like filmmakers who are just trying to make a movie. It just goes to show you what it takes, especially if you're like young and you just want to go out and make a movie. Those guys were in college and they'd already shot a couple feature films about that time. One was called like Murder Made Easy and whatnot. And so they had done this uh they did a documentary about how they were doing one movie and they pivoted on it because it just wasn't working out. Like, scheduling wise, people weren't showing up, things weren't happening. So they shifted into Hey Stop Stabbing Me, which they basically made it work with all the people around them and everything. And they just shot when they could and they put this movie together and it's a really good movie. Um, I gotta get that out of print on DVD again. I gotta get a new copy because it actually has a commentary track that is not on here. This is a new commentary track, I believe, with Andy Chris, um, that I don't believe is on because I believe they talk about the newer version and all this other stuff that's going on with them. So it was interesting. So the Chambers of Dawn we also review for Indie Film Cafe. And so we really enjoy all of these guys' movies. We also did Gamebox 1.0, which was great. We may do Dorm Days at some point. So who knows? But anyway, that's Hey Stop Stabbing Me. A lot of fun. All right. Last, but definitely not least. Definitely not least. It's gonna be a What the F Friday. For sure. It's what one Paul wants to do for What the F Friday. So I told him, well, I've got the 4K, so we could do it then. That is Cemetery Man, my only 4K from them. So this is definitely a Severin one. And here we go with the special features. Audio commentary by director Michelle Soavi and screenwriter Gianni Ramoli. Um, that's a weird thing there. And then that's the 4K. Disc 2 Blu-ray has At the Graves interview with Michelle Soavi of Love and Death interview with actor Rupert Everett. That's pretty cool. She interview with actress Anna Balchi and archival making of. So that's a pretty good group. And so you get two movies on there. You get the 4K and the Blu-ray, which is pretty cool. I do not think this. Nope. So this is not a reversible slip, but there you go. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Enjoying this. So we've got plenty of here. So like I said, the big reason that you want to get these for your, if you're a horror fan, you probably already know of Severin, but like, you could get a 4K from them. You could get one of their Intervision, Blu-rays, um, or you can get one of their mini Blu-rays that they have on sale. And I mean, like I said, they go through so many different ones. Some are like Bruno Mattei movies. Some are really out of print, hard to find movies like Skinner or movies like Changeling. That's just a very well done ghost movie or a movie like Birdemic, which just bad but fun, kind of thing. So it's your choice. I had a lot of fun doing these. Like I said, the ones I got from here are from this one was Strike Commando, Skinner. Um, am I missing one? All right, sorry guys. I actually also got this one, and I was like, wait, I thought I got four. I definitely got four. So sorry, everybody. I guess I got what, 11? Not 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 films from them. That's fine with me. So Drive-In Massacre as well. This is a one I just did for review. I think on here. Uh, that I was like, okay, no, maybe I did. I didn't do it. I did not do a review of this on here. Maybe I'll have to now. But I was supposed to do one and I just never did. Um, but this comes with commentary with director Stu Seagal, Drive-In Days interview with star co-writer John F. Goff. Norm Sheridan recalls Drive-In Massacre, Making the Massacre interview with director Seagal. Theatrical trailer. So yeah, wow. I was just like, wait a minute. I thought I had four. Yeah, I had four. Drive-In Massacre. I had to look that up. I'm glad I took pictures of it because I would not have even thought about that. One, but yeah, Drive-In Massacre, Skinner, Strike Commando, and Birdemic 3 are the ones I got on this at Tidewater HorrorCon because Severin and um Severin and TerrorVision was like right across from me, so where our table was. So I was like, when they showed up, because at first I was kind of disappointed thinking nobody was going to be selling Blu-rays there, and stuff. And I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. And then all of a sudden they came across the way, and I'm like, it'd be like Vinegar Syndrome showed up. I'd be like, next time I'm gonna have to bring a lot more money. Um, so that's it. Those were all the movies. Shoot, I knew I was missing something. I'm glad I found those. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this is a little wacky and a little longer than probably planned, but yeah, it's still fun. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you later. Bye.